So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. I am truly grateful that you would even spend the time to watch me. So welcome if you're new here. My name's Lottie. Everything here is made with a Lottie love, which is cheesy, but that is me. So today I felt like it was about time I got back into the craft rather than just doing craft organisation. So I am going to show you how to make two different styles of card. They're like gift card, exaggerated cards, if you like. So this is an example of one of them. Now, as Father's Day is coming up very soon here in the UK, not sure if that's the same everywhere else, I've designed a couple of Father's Day cards, which is going to be another tutorial later on, so I will show you how to make this eventually, but I will go through a run through of these later. And then a boxy version of the same card, and you just need a piece of A4 for this, or you can make two from a 12 by 12, and yeah, just let's get crafting. So this is how you make the notebook holder / card. You are going to cut at 6 inches and 10 3/4 inches, and all of this is spare scraps. Then you are going to score at 1/2 inch, score at 3/4 inches, score at 3/4 inches, score at 3/4 inches, cut at 1/2 inch, and you're going to score across the bottom 1/2 inch. Then you're going to cut little triangle pieces out of there and cut that off. That is a scrap that you need to save for this project. Same on the other side, cut the triangle, cut that strip off and save that for later. Then you're going to cut little triangles into this section and cut this out, and that you don't need to save that, you can if you want, you know, my scrap bin. And so this is on an A4 sheet of paper. Because this is 6 inches, you could make this twice if you use a 12 by 12 sheet. And now I'll show you how to actually make it and cut it. So I've got a 12 by 12 here, and this glaringly yellow card, but it won't look so how in your face when I am finished. So that was cutting at 6. Then you're going to score 1/2 inch. And you want to score at 3 1/4, but because I've added 1/2, it's going to be 3 3/4 if you're using a board. And again, 1 2 3 1/4, and 1 2 3 1/4, then 1/2. I'm just marking that with the scoring tool because then I can line that up and trim that off. And then you're going to score 1/2 inch all the way across the bottom. And this is a spare piece of scrap for my ever-increasing scrap pile. And so that's that. see. So now we get to cutting paper. Just trying to line that up so it's all on camera. I'm gonna get my craft knife, and I'm just gonna slice off in a not measured way, just a little section of each, so that that is triangle-ish shape, but you want a bit of a flat edge so that it adheres well. And then we're going to trim that down there, and I'm going to cut that straight as well. And that's a piece we're going to use later on, and that's that. So the same on the other side. I'm just going to flip that over so I can slice one corner off, slice the other side, trim off that edge, and cut off, and save these for later. Okay, now we are going to, you could measure 1/2 inch, but again it doesn't have to be precise. I'm just going to cut a straight line just up to that score line, nothing further up. Again, 1/2 inch, just up to that score line. Trim that score line down up to where you've cut. Again, you don't have to, but actually that might make a little perfectly sized sentiment strip. And then cut there and there, only up to that score line. And again, we're just going to trim away these little corners. Doesn't have to be uniform in any way. This is going to be hidden. Okay. Then we're going to fold over my boning tool. Just pressing down all of these scored lines. And there we have it. And we are going to just get some glue. I'm using my fine tip bottle. I'm just using school glue, PVA glue, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to press that down. That down. Just make sure it sticks. And there we have our little card holder. That's the basis of it. And then we can construct it and make it look all pretty and lovely. And then you decorate it any way you want to. So as you would a card, so you decorate the card. I've always put a little something on the back here as well. And then inside, I've got a little space for you to write. Then you've got your belly band, which is the spare strip of card, and just decorate that. You could put a little gift card in here, or in here. You could put photo in, you could put little notes, whatever you want. I'll show you some more inspiration later for that. But this one, as it's Father's Day coming up soon, this is a card that I've made with a card pocket on the front, and if you can see here, the fishing rod is attached to this, which is in place of a gift card. I don't have a gift card to hand, so I've just made this an example. So it's attached with a fishing line like that, and then inside I've got a message in a bottle, space to write, and a space to put a photo, gift card, whatever you want. Another place to write to who it's to, kind of thing. And here I've got a little pocket that I made, which holds a little lottery card or something like that, scratch card even, and then another little space for you to put in whatever you want. So I think these are just really cute, and these are just the card option. You'll see what option 2 is in a second. So again, this is a screenshot moment. This is exactly the same as the other one, except you're adding a 1/4 inch in between each score of your sides. So it's 1/2 inch score first, and then we cut it later. Score at 3 1/4, then 1/4, score at 3 1/4, then 1/4, score at 3 1/4, and then a 1/2. And we're keeping this bit as well because this is going to be the closure. Now that's 6 inches, and it's the full length of that A4 piece of paper. But if you're using 12 by 12, again, you can make 2 of these. And I'll show you how to do the real thing now. I'm all about the colour today, so I'm going bright green. This one. I'm going to cut at 6. I'm going to cut at 6. So we are going to score 1/2 inch. 1, 2, 3 1/4. 1/4. 1, 2, 3 1/4. 1/4. 1, 2, 3 1/4, and then 1/2, and leave the rest there. Then we want at the bottom, we want 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 3/4. Okay, so now, as before, we're going to miter the corners. Mitering is the technique the posh paper lady taught me, and I have never looked back since. Although she's got a really cool finger knife tool, which, one day. We're not going to worry about this 1/4 inch. We're going to cut over that one and just it doesn't have to be uniform. It is going to be hidden with glue, Miter these ones. And then with the ruler, I'm gonna cut down that scored line. I'm gonna save this for later. We are gonna cut from that score line here to this score line here. Oops. We are going to cut from this score line all the way to the end. Cut that off. And then, so this is the closure. And there is no more cutting, in fact. So don't cut anything else. And then we are just going to fold. Nice and quickly. The 1/4 inch always needs a little bit of extra love and attention. Yeah. You can see there I've managed to go through it a bit too rough, so it's got a little bit of a hole, but we can fix that with washi tape or when we decorate it. It's not a problem. And then, just like before, you're going to stick this down. I didn't mention earlier, add it, stick it down with just a little bit of a curve there, so you can actually put things in. Not too much, just enough so that it doesn't affect the fold, but it also kind of sits there, if that makes sense. And then we decorate it however we want. The decorating side of things, I found this pad. Again, it's from the works, but it's really, really pretty. I've got a lovely idea for a gift for my friend who is a complete bee freak. So I have chosen a selection of papers. This is 6x6 card. I'm gonna cut it in half by 3. And then trim it down to 5 1/4. And the same on the other side. Then we're going to, I haven't stuck anything down on this yet for reasons I will show you in a second. This here is the front of the box, and that's going to be the closure around the side. Like that. So that's the front of the box. I'm going to open it out, and I'm going to stick just going to make that evenly spaced. And actually, just a thought. I think for the front I want to add a little bit of black because it's obviously a bumblebee theme. So for the front, so if it was 3, I'm going to do 3 and just a smidge, like 2/8. It'll just, yeah. And then, so I don't know if you can see that, but these are little flowers, shades of black, grades of black, whatever you want to say. And then, so it was 5, and again a smidge, so 2/8, 5 and 2/8. And we've obviously got little bits for backings of sentiments, maybe die cuts. So then I'm going to stick this literally just a smidge on the outside. And that's pretty funky as well, so we could use that. And this, that's from the black and white pad I used for the mini die cut books, if you want to take a look at that. Show the black pad in there. Depending on what year you're watching this. I guess it depends if it's still in stock, but yeah, it's beautiful. Anyway. So this is now going to go on the front. Again, you just see a smidge of the yellow. Smidge seems to be my favourite word today. Okay. And then, with those offcuts you just had, I'm going to decorate the front of these flat. I'm thinking I may want to add the black. Let's see. Visual on this than in the cutter. I did not do bad at all there. Yeah, I'm happy with that. A slightly better position there. Saved it. Saved it. Okay, so that's now your pockets done. And this pad has helpfully got a whole sheet of sentiments that I can use for the gift. So I am going to get my Shapes and Frames die cut book. I am going to find my hexagons again. I know where everything is. I haven't even finished putting the shapes on there, but I know I put them all away, so I know where they are. So my circles are here. My hearts are here. I just love it. So I need to work out hexagons. That's way too small. We can use this one for the smaller ones. And then how about maybe that one if I can capture anything. So yeah, I'll do that. Maybe I'll do some fussy cutting and come back to you in a minute. Now, I'm really sorry. I don't know why that didn't record me doing the fussy cutting on things. So this is the hexagon ones. I didn't actually manage to get that many perfect ones, but I can always cover that with like a die cut of a bee or something, because they were just too close together to get that many hexagons on there. But that was a pretty good one. I can cover that, see. And then on the sheet it had the little honeycomb shape, so I kind of tried to mimic that when I was cutting around the bits that had like part of a hexagon cut out of it. So I got a good selection. I mean, I'm quite happy with those, and they'll make really good toppers, sentiments and things for the gift, so I'm happy with those. And so I just stuck the fussy cut sentiments onto some black card, and I'm now going to fussy cut them out. And then in my paper pack was this 6x6 cardstock with loads of sentiments on it. So I am now going to, I've trimmed them all off into little bits, and I'm now going to use that within my little gift book as well. Now we have these very pretty scraps left, which we will use to decorate the book. And these are going to be inside alternately. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is yes, and that's directional, make sure it's the right way up. I'm going to stick that one on there. I'm going to stick that one on there. I'm going to stick that one on there. The final piece is going to go on here. I'll do that now off camera, because I realise a lot of you people watch me trying to release the back of tape way too much. So like that. Beautiful. And now I'm going to cut this strip in half. And I preloaded this with the tape. And I'm going to stick that down like that. And just trim off the end here. And then again, do that. The other one. Like that. And then again for these little spines, I'm going to slice this into 4. And I'm going to stick them to this bit like that. and then once more inside and on these ones. Now, because this is kind of too patterny otherwise, I'm going to do just black. And then stick these down. And then you just let your decorating imagination go wild. So I've decorated the sheets, I've then stuck in the bands, I've stuck in some sentiments here. I cut out some hexagons with my die cuts and used the fussy cut pieces to make the toppers on the back and on the front. This here is the adhesive magnetic sheet that I used in the die cut books. I just thought it would keep things nice and secure. So there's one on each side. So there you have it. That's beautiful. And then you can fill it with whatever you like. Now I've got some ideas here. So I've got notebook. I've made a little wonderful memories. It's like 4 sheets of photo album sheets. And that can go in there. You can then pop a little gift card or something in there as well. And the bees, mini notebooks. This one I'm going to have trouble with because of the topper. Oh, no, there we go, lovely. And so this is going to be a 2-part video, as I said, because for all of the added elements to this book, to this gift book, so the other elements will make a whole another video, otherwise we'll be here for forever. So I am going to make a part 2 and link that in at the end, and there we have it. I think that's beautiful, and obviously all bee themed, but I love it. And so once again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you will join me for part 2, and just thank you for being here, thank you for supporting me, and I will see you soon.